This is a general reading for Virgo for January 19th through the 26th. So Virgo is your sun or moon rising or Venus. This is a general reading for you, so take what resonates and leave the rest. For the month of January, and this will be the last month for a while, I am offering someone who either subscribes in the month of January or puts a comment in the month of January. I'm random selecting for a 30-minute complimentary reading. So if you're interested, either subscribe, which costs absolutely nothing, or put in a comment, and I do read all my comments, and I will be selecting one person. Now for November and December, I chose 22 people, randomly selecting, and I posted it in the community comments. Now, out of that 22, only 3 have reached out to me. So, and they will get their complimentary reading. So I am honoring those that were selected if you contact me by the end of January. So go, if you think that if you made a comment or subscribed in November or December, check the list. Maybe you got a complimentary reading. That is available. Also, if you're interested in your own personal reading, I have the information down below. Just send me an email. I'm sorry that I have been slow in doing the videos. I'm preparing to move back to the States. I sold my house, and so there's lots of paperwork to be done and packing now and getting rid of things. And then the main thing is the preparation of the animals for me to go back, because they have to have their CDC, and some of them can go and some of them can't go because of their health, and I've been spending a lot of time at the vets. Now Nina's here on the table all wrapped up in my wool shawl. She will be going, and she'll have the shawl in her carrier in the cabin. And then Milo will be coming, and I have to start getting him used to being in, he hates being confined, so I have to get him used to being in a carrier in the cabin, and he will be in the cabin. Hope, I have talked to 2 veterinarians at 2 separate clinics, and Hope will not be going. Hope's quality of life is really poor. He has dementia, he paces a lot, he gets confused, he doesn't even, he has never remembered how to get out the door. And he's been here 18 months. I let him out, and he walks, and he goes straight through, he passes the door, and then I have to, take his collar and get him out the door to go outside, because he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember where his water is. I have to show him where the water is a lot of times. So his quality of life is not very good, and I don't, he can't do the 15-hour flight. Jason, I'm taking back to the vet tomorrow for a new scan with his prostate cancer. If you Google it, the prognosis is very, very poor. And they said, and I looked on Google, once diagnosed, it's either 1 week up to 8 months that they can live with it, usually. I even looked under surgeries, which it extends their life 100 days. I'm not going to put him through that. He's acting like he's not comfortable, that he's in pain, so that's why I want the scan. So it's going to be a day by day, week by week. I do not think that Jason's going to be going. And it makes me very sad because I've had him for 10 years. He's the longest I've had them because I got him when he was young. Usually I adopt older dogs. It was Clear the Shelter Day in Las Vegas, and I got there later because I was working, and he had been so abused he crawled out of the run. And when I brought him home the next day, he crawled to the car, and he spent 3 months behind the couch. And so I am the person that rescued him from the horrible situation. And so that's why he really bonds with me. He wants to be by me. And even now when he's in pain, he wants to be by me, like somehow I can relieve the pain. And he also helped me because we had someone who tried to walk into my house one time at 2:30 in the morning. Tried to, and Jason stopped him. So it's a reciprocal thing. So it's going to be very, very, very hard. And he is in the bedroom right now, aren't you, Jason? But you know, the way the tumor is pressing, he's in pain, and so that's why I want the scan tomorrow. And the feral cats, one's been spayed, the other one's going to be spayed, and then I'm going to talk to the neighbors to see if they'll set a feeding station up for them, because they do not want to live in a house. I have them in the bedroom just because they're on medication. But you know, they're very feral. Then I got scratched a bit when I was trying to put them in the crates, and so I got cellulitis in my hand. That was another thing that happened. So I've been spending a lot of time with the animals. But soon I'll be back in Vegas, and I'll have my studio, I'll have a camera, I will have a microphone, I will be monitorized so I can do some live streaming, something for the subscribers, like for subscribers that we can do some mini readings. I'm going to do a weekly energy of sending to the collective and to the universe for healing and changing, you know, the vibration of the planet and of the universe. So that's the, you know, another thing I'm going to be doing. So once I'm there and I'm situated, there'll be some real positive things coming. Now, I'm using the Light Seers deck here, Virgo, and let's see what we have coming up this week. Good things are coming. Oh, and it's been cold outside, and you know, I have the bedroom closed because the cats are there and I don't want them out, and so it's cold in the hallway. So I have this heater from last year before I got the inversion, so I'm practically sitting on, it's like a radiator heater, electric. So I'm trying to keep warm because it's cold. And usually I'm in the chair with the blanket and Nina's in my lap. So it's a little chilly here. Well, the very first thing we have, Virgo, is the Four of Swords. So some of you are looking at and taking a break and, you know, looking at, you know, the Four of Swords in the other deck is where they're on the you know, like it's got the Four Swords over them and they are in repose. And this is looking at healing the heart. You're in the nest, repose, taking a break. And it actually, the Four Swords can also be getting some information. Swords is information and clarity. This could be also taking a break and getting some intuitive information. And it is crossed with things moving ahead, Eight of Wands. So there's some victory. Then we have your Three of Swords at the bottom of it. So you have the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords, even though things are moving ahead. You know, I see this also almost like the Eight of Wands. It's almost like the Tower card. That it's a tower moment moving forward, even though there's some sort of challenge, pain that's been going on, especially, you know, it could be a breakup of a relationship, it could be an ending of a job, it could be even a fight with somebody. I get that someone had a falling out with someone, falling out in that it's a friend, and there was a major misunderstanding, and there's a big rift right now. Behind you is the Five of Pentacles. That's behind you. Crowning you. It could also be the Five of Pentacles. This could be related to work and some changes in the work environment. Crowning you is the Eight of Swords. So it's definitely a challenging time, Virgo. So far you got the 3, 4, 8 of Swords. Ahead of you, oh, the Page of Swords. That's ahead of you. Then we have the Page of Cups. So it could be, for some of you, a relationship that broke up. For some of you, it's money. The Moon. The Chariot, moving forward. So you got two arcanas right here. And the final outcome, the Ten of Swords. But that's good for the final outcome because it's going away. It's ending. So it isn't like, you know, in the middle, It's ending. There's a situation, and let's see what comes with that. Yes, the Magician. New beginnings. So it's the ending and the beginning. Whatever that situation was, because you've got all these swords going on. Oops, and there's the cats if you hear them. Do you hear the cats? That's, they're calicos, and they're really cute, but they're very feral. Even the vet said how feral they were. And so I'm going to talk to the lady next door who's just moving into the house. These are actually her mother's cats, children. Her mother passed and had like 8 cats. And these are the children of one of the mama cats. Okay, then we have a chariot moving forward with the 9 of Cups. That's good. You're moving forward. That's your wish. Moving away from a situation. The moon with the 9 of Wands. The Page of Cups with the Fool. There is definitely, yes. New beginnings. Your Page of Swords. I always say I love the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. This is one of my favorite cards. Because look at this. Pages are information. And he's got a book. He also has the light bulbs, which is enlightenment, and the thoughts around him. So it's getting clarity about a situation, either through enlightenment, research, hearing something, or looking something up. And that comes with, and what he's with is there, the world. Again, this is the end of a cycle. So Virgo, what is ever going on, just remember that this is the end of this chapter. You can go, okay, I got my certificate. If you learned the lesson, then you got your certificate and you can move on to new endeavors. Because you have the 8 of Swords with the Queen of Swords. 5 of Pentacles with the Sun. Could be something new coming to you after a loss. The 3 of Swords with the money. It could be related to a job. Could be related to a heartache, loss of money. Could be loss of money. Could be money promised to you that didn't come about. Could be someone had a business endeavor with somebody that didn't come through. That there could have been some inflated information that they promised you something. You know, here's the basic economic lesson. The higher the risk, the higher return. And it's also the same thing. The higher that they promise for a return, the higher the risk. So if they say, oh, you'll make 20% on your return, or you make 50% on your return, that's very risky. And, you know, I'm risk adverse. You know, like I like to have insurance for everything because I'm risk averse. I like to know what to expect. And I get there, someone has some sort of proposal that didn't come through. They promised you something and then it went, and I see it in deflated balloon. Boom. This is for someone that it happened. Then we have also, your reading is about 3 of Wands crossed over by the Tower. Yeah. I'm not surprised about the Tower because there was stuff that was coming on. And then that chapter was over. Oh my goodness, listen to all that. That's people on the street. So, in my other place, because I've reached out for someone for an Airbnb and I said I need it quiet for my videos. That's the one thing I want is quiet. So I'm waiting to hear on a couple of places, one to rent a house and the other one for an Airbnb, both in Las Vegas. But I'm worried because all the people from California from the fire are looking for places to go. Okay, so 4 of Swords, taking a break, healing, getting information. And this could be taking a break and looking inside of what happened, what went on, and just taking some time to heal. And healing, see, there's the heart. A broken heart. It can be a relationship, it can be work, it can be even a project, like I said. And then it's Changes are happening rapidly as you are healing. Things are starting to move in your favor. Because we also have you looking at your horizons. The ships aren't. You're looking at at your ships coming in. What do you want? And the Tower. Now, the Tower is the things that you thought were stable were changing rapidly, or new opportunities coming to you rapidly with the Three of Wands. Because in the universe, sometimes we get complacent on where we are. It's sort of like, okay, we're drifting in that drift boat down the stream and everything is just, oh, so nice, and we're just enjoying the scenery, and then Spirit says, hey, you know, that's real nice to do drifting along, but what are you learning right now besides the fact of the currents in the stream? So things start happening so that things will move and you go into a new situation. That's what the Tower represents. It's changes so that you go on to the new chapter, which obviously you are with the cards that are here. It's endings and beginnings. So it could be that new beginnings come because you're looking at, well, it also could be that you were looking at your ships coming in and maybe some information, because you also have the Page of Swords, which is then you're getting information about clarity about the direction to go. But the Tower moment is like, okay, we're either presenting new opportunities to you out of the blue, or things that you thought were secure are ending. But also you have you have the Eight of Wands, things moving rapidly, and you have that Four of Swords, taking a break, assessing, because at the base of it is your broken heart related to the Ten of Pentacles. Loss of money, loss of job, or money coming to you, thought that was coming to you, that there's some sort of loss. So, you know, because behind you was the Five of Pentacles, which could be, maybe there was a bonus that was promised you. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe there was a raise that you thought you were going to get that didn't happen, because this is a broken heart related to the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you had, some of you, someone could be have been waiting for some sort of court case, some sort of decision. It could have been civil, it could have been benefits, inherited something, and it didn't turn out the way you wanted to. You have a broken heart about it. Could be even like a domestic and separation of property. And you've got the Tower moment there. So if you've been waiting, there could be a loss. Or the other hand, if you've applied for government benefits, for example, in the United States, Social Security, expect to be denied so many times before they hear in your favor. Social Security is understaffed. I was on hold for 2 hours to try to get hold of them in the last couple of weeks. 2 hours, and they never got to me. And then they're like, well, you can hold your place in the line, we'll call you back. They never called me back. But I did call the embassy and I got everything needed, you know, so I could change my benefits to go back to the US again. You know, and something else I had to do. I had to change, because you cannot close a bank account in Portugal except in person. So I have to take care of all that before I leave the country. But there's some sort of loss here, because there's your broken heart related to money, or some money coming to you, or some sort of property or a project or something. Because behind you, it was sunny, the sun related to, there was something coming to you, or it could be a restoration, or it could be a new job, or it could be a project, but that's behind you. But I do see the broken heart related to the Ten of Pentacles. And even though there is the Tower looking at projects, maybe some new offers, because it also goes along with the Sun and the Five of Pentacles. So it's losses and restoration, because what's on your mind is that you feel like you can't go forward. You have the Eight of Swords, and you're looking, pondering. Now, the Queen of Swords can be a work environment, can be a boss. And the Eight of Swords is, now see, these are all ropes. Those are your own restrictions. So it could be dealings with an entity, like a government, a job or something, or with an individual. And you feel restricted by it. That you feel like you can't go forward, or you're waiting for a decision. You know, what was on your mind was waiting for a decision, or feeling like you weren't going forward. That's on your mind. Because what's ahead of you is a new beginning or an ending. Because here you get all the information that you need, and then there's the ending of it. So it could be that there was waiting for a decision, but then you get information and it's the end of the chapter. New beginnings. The Page of Swords is that information. The world is the end of the cycle. It's manifestation of things coming to you. But there is a broken heart about this money. Could also be that even the money is related to a broken heart. You know, it can be. Like, for example, a division of assets from a relationship, a failed business, you know, and they're liquidating. Could be an inheritance. That's also possible, where you would have a broken heart, but you could get money from it. But if someone didn't die, they're already deceased, so you're familiar with this. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna get, no. It's nobody's gonna die around you. Now, we do have, what your thoughts are around you is the Fool is a new beginning and a Page about Cups. Could be change of home, could be a relationship, but it's a new beginning. It's moving forward because you get that message. And then, look at this. You have the Moon. There's something hidden about the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands can be an individual coming into your life. You know, and usually, you know, it can be movement forward, but sometimes I look at the Knight of Wands and it seems to be an irresponsible person, which could be this offer that seems too good to be true. And it says, follow your hunches. There's things beneath the surface that you're not aware of. And it's time to meditate. You know, the Moon represents things hidden. Time to meditate, to look clearly at the situation about the Knight of Wands. It could be someone coming into your life and you don't have a full picture. And that's why your Page of Swords is important. And that's why it's important to meditate with the Moon, because this person could be irresponsible, could be promising you something that isn't going to happen, like a return on some investment or some business dealing or something. Because then you are moving forward, and here's your wish. Your wish is moving forward. There's your Chariot. You're leaving that situation and your wish is coming true. You're moving forward now out of this situation. And this is very good. The end of your Ten of Swords, the ending. And the Magician, what do you want to manifest? End and beginning. End and beginning. That's the final outcome. Because this Ten of Swords also goes with the Ten of Pentacles. So we know it's the end of a cycle. So again, because of this Ten of Swords, with the Three of Swords, there's some sort of situation that was painful, but it's over. Whatever it is, it's over. You could have been anticipating and waiting for a decision, wondering about, and so now that you know the outcome, you can move forward, which is your Chariot, and then you have your new beginnings, what you want to manifest. This is what's happening now, Virgo. So now let's pull our 3 oracle cards for you. So it's like time to get clarity on the situation and be able to move forward, knowing now what the outcome is, not waiting anymore. And then once you have that clarity, then you can move forward. And that's what you've been waiting for. It may not be the outcome that you want, but it is, you're moving forward now. Okay. angels and archangels. What is the information here? Angels and archangels and spirit guides of the light. What is the information for our Virgo? For our Virgo. Okay, soulmates. Now, isn't that interesting? So if someone's looking for love, it looks like your soulmates are coming up. To the sea, be in the flow. Be in the flow of what's happening. And another card is imagine. This is manifestation. This goes along with your magician. So what do you want to manifest? This is confirmation. Now that you ended this cycle, have clarity about the outcome. Now you can go on to the next, what you want to manifest. It's like the freedom that you've been waiting for. Now that you know, now it's time to move forward. Now we're going to pull the card of believe in your own magic, right here. Ooh, there we go. And angels and archangels and spirit guides. And angels and archangels and spirit guides. Okay. We have universe, we're all just stardust, number 31. Okay, let's read this. Number 31. Here we go. When we're children, we can barely comprehend the vastness of our own lives, let alone the existence of other planets. It's not long before we learn that we aren't the center of the universe. We are but specks of stardust in one of its many skies. However, we must all still do our part to take care of our own individual worlds, or else it's thrown everywhere off balance. Make sure to keep balance in your life, but don't forget the big picture stuff. Recycle, don't litter, and give thanks. We're all just stardust. Okay? And then the Louise Hay affirmation card. Right here. All is well in my world. Look at that card. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. Isn't that true? You're on to the new chapter. Your new chapter. And then we have our meditation card for the week. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And, if you want to subscribe, it doesn't cost anything. Put in a comment. And if you like the video, thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. And your meditation card for this week is take charge. Don't wait for the stars to align. Reach up and arrange them the way you want. There you go. Okay. And from Portugal, Nina and I send you light and love.